Hello students, welcome to GE9 Results Life and Works. So for today's discussion, we're going to talk about the lesson 2 of our lesson in chapter 1. Okay, I have no PowerPoint presentation for this video lecture kasi meron naman na to sa LMS nyo. So all you need to do is to listen and watch the lecture, okay? Okay, let's begin with Andres Bonifacio and Dr. Jose Rizal. Dr. Jose Rizal had a great influence to Andres Bonifacio. In what way? So, masasabi natin na si Andres Bonifacio ang biggest fan ni Dr. Jose Rizal. So, nababasa niya lahat ng mga naisulat na ilimbag ni Dr. Jose Rizal. And yung nationalistic sentiments ni Andres Bonifacio ay mas lalong na-enhance at mas lalong nagkaroon siya ng idea about sa revolution nung nabasa niya yung novels ni Rizal, yung particularly his No Limitang Re and El Filibusterismo. And we can also say that Andres Bonifacio is the first hero who considered Dr. Jose Rizal as his first hero. The fanaticism or yung pagka-idolo ni Andres Bonifacio kay Dr. Jose Rizal ay makikita natin nung umattend si Andres Bonifacio doon sa isang organization na kung saan sinimulan ni Dr. Jose Rizal, which is the La Liga Filipina. So ano ba ang La Liga Filipina? It's a civic organization founded by Dr. Jose Rizal which aimed for a reform in the society through education and unification of the whole archipelago. So reforma ang hinihingi nitong civic organization na ito, kaya lang hindi ito nagtagal dahil si Rizal ay naipatapon sa dapitan sa may Zamboanga at he stayed there for 4 years. Of course, si Rizal ay naipatapon na sa Zamboanga, so wala nang mamamahala dun sa organization na in-establish niya. So, ang nangyari, nagkaroon ng another organization. Okay? Kabilang na dito si Andres Bonifacio at ito na yung KKK or yung Katipunan. We are going to compare the two organizations. Magkaiba sila when it comes to their objectives. The Katipunan had a different objective from the La Liga Filipina. It did not aim for reform but for a complete independence from the Spanish colony through revolution. So magkaiba yung kanilang objective. Kung sa La Liga Filipina, reforma lang ang gusto ni Rizal, dito sa Katipunan na pinamunuan ni Andres Bonifacio, ang gusto nila ay kalayaan, okay, sa pamamagitan ng revolution. The extent of influence of Rizal to Andres Bonifacio was also seen in some aspect of the Katipunan. Just like for example, yung password ng bayani ay Rizal. Just to give you an overview of the Katipunan, sa pag-recruit kasi ng miyembro ng Katipunan, meron silang tinatawag na triangle system. So ano itong triangle system? For example, ako, magre-recruit ako ng dalawa kong kasama. Okay? Just like sa triangle na, di ba, tatlong sides yun. So yung i-recruit kong dalawang tao, kilala ko, pero tong dalawang tao na na-recruit ko, hindi nila kilala yung isa't isa. Okay? So, bago sila ma-recruit sa Katipunan, may mga code na tinatanong and meron din mga password na kaakibat. For example, sa first grade or sa pinakamababang level, ang code dun ay katipon, ang password dun ay anak ng bayan. And then sa second grade, ang code naman dun ay kawal and the password is gomburza. And yung highest grade ay bayani. And yung password dun ay si Rizal. Okay? So, dun pa lang makikita na natin na may malaki ang impluensya ni Rizal kay Andres Bonifacio or sa Katipunan in general. Okay? If you want to watch the video lecture for Katipunan, nasa description box lang yun. Okay? Nagawan ko na siya ng lecture before. And aside from that, may mga litrato rin si Rizal na nakasabit sa headquarters ng KKK. And as I have mentioned to you earlier, na umattend nga si Andres Bonifacio dun sa founding ng La Liga Filipina ni Dr. Jose Rizal. So ito rin yung mga ginamit na evidence para i-associate si Rizal kay Andres Bonifacio. And the worst thing about this is napagbintangan na si Rizal daw ang founder ng KKK. Siya raw yung leader ng KKK where in fact nung time na nagkaroon ng KKK, nasa dapitan na si Rizal nung time na yun. Nasa Zamboanga na siya kasi pinatapon nga siya, okay? So while Rizal was in dapitan, Andres Bonifacio and its members were able to expand their organization to different parts of the Philippines. So mas lumawak pa yung miyembro ng Katipunan. And ginamit din yung name ni Rizal para mangolekta ng pondo because during that time, Rizal was considered as a national figure. Kilalang kilala siya sa Pilipinas way back then, okay? And because of this, ito na naman yung ginamit na isa na namang ebidensya ng Spaniards para igiit or ipilit na si Rizal ang founder ng Katipunan. The question here is that favor ba si Rizal sa revolution? Gusto niya ba ng revolution? So, noong May 1896, the emissary of Katipunan na si Dr. Pio Valenzuela, a friend of Andres Bonifacio, pinadala sa dapitan. Okay? Pinadala siya ni Andres Bonifacio. So, anong purpose ni Dr. Pio Valenzuela? Ba't siya pumunta sa dapitan? Para hingin yung ideya or humingi siya ng advice kay Jose Rizal para sa gagawin nilang uprising or sa revolution. However, against si Rizal sa revolution. Ayaw niya ng revolution dahil unang-una, hindi raw ready ang Pilipinas para sa isang revolution kasi unang-una yung weapons na meron ang mga native ay hindi kaya yung puwersa ng Espanyol. Okay? And another thing, ang sinuggest niya rin na dapat kung magkakaroon sila ng revolution, gawing general si Antonio Lu. And last thing na ni-recommend or in-advise ni Dr. Jose Rizal ay dapat makuha nila yung suporta ng mga Creoles or ng mga middle class people. Kasi sila yung mga may kaya, okay? May mga pera. And sila yung mga katulong para magkaroon pa ng ideya, okay? Yung mga miyembro ng Katipunan. And syempre, since sila yung mga nakapag-aral, middle class, mas may idea sila kung paano yung tactic na gagawin nila para matalo nila yung Spaniards, okay? Okay, to make it simple, against si Dr. Jose Rizal sa revolution, okay? Ayaw niya na magkaroon ng revolution dahil hindi nga prepared ang Pilipinas nung time na yun, okay? And then, in July 1896, Rizal boarded a ship that would bring him to Singapore. And from Singapore, darating siya sa Spain, okay, para maging volunteer doctor. Dahil pinayagan siya ng Governor General na maging volunteer doctor sa may Cuba. But upon his arrival in Madrid, Spain, hindi siya pinalabas dun sa barko na sinasakyan niya. Okay, so nagstay siya dun for 1 month. Imagine, 1 month siya nakastay sa barko na sinakyan niya. So, bakit siya pinabalik sa Pilipinas? During this time, nagkaroon na ng suspicion ang Spaniards that he was the leader of the Katipunan daw. Okay? On August 19, 1896, take note of this date. Okay? August 19, 1896, nalaman na ng Spaniards yung KKK. Okay? Na-reveal na yung secret organization na KKK. And then by August 25, 1896, doon na nag-start yung revolution, okay? So, inaresto na si Rizal without concrete evidence na siya talaga daw ang leader ng KKK. Pero hindi talaga siya ang nagpasimula ng KKK. Of course, the existence of KKK and the revolution were used by the friars to execute Rizal. And another evidence used by the Spanish officials is yung kanyang nobela, okay? Dahil yun daw yung nagbigay ng ideya para sa mga Pilipino para maglunsad ng isang revolution, okay? Okay, if you want a deeper explanation of the Katipunan, may ginawa na akong video lecture about this, okay? Click the description box, nasa baba lang yung link, okay? Okay, now let's move on to the hero of Emilio Aguinaldo and the First Philippine Republic. The death of Dr. Jose Rizal was the start of the real battle between the Spaniards and the Filipinos. Okay? So, mas lalong umigting yung galit ng mga Pilipino sa mga Espanyol nung napatay na si Dr. Jose Rizal. The KKK continued their struggle against the Spaniards, and the colonial government in the Philippines was near to its end. However, because of the issue of leadership, nagkaroon ng disunity, okay, sa miyembro ng Katipunan. So, nahati kasi sa dalawang grupo, yung Katipunan. We have the Magdiwang and the Magdalo. So, may kanya-kanyang leader sila. And ito yung naging rason kung bakit naging failure pa rin itong secret society na Katipunan. And at the same time, nung time na to, pinapatay na rin si Andres Bonifacio. At ang nagpapatay kay Andres Bonifacio ay walang iba kundi si Emilio Aguinaldo. The death of Andres Bonifacio was one of the factors why the Katipunan was a failure, okay? So, it did not attain its goal na makuha yung complete independence from the Spaniards. So, to solve the issue, the Spaniards and the Filipinos decided to end the hostility by signing the Treaty of Biak na Bato, okay? So, ito yung naging agreement nila. However, the group of Emilio Aguinaldo had the opportunity to communicate with the Americans in Singapore. And dahil sa tulong nila, dun na nagtapos yung Spanish colonial government sa Philippines. Nung nakabalik na si Emilio Aguinaldo from Hong Kong, he declared the independence of the Philippines on June 12, 1898. Okay? And then, he became the first president of the First Republic, and at the same time, dineclare niya na rin yung December 30 as Rizal Day, okay? As a tribute to Dr. Jose Rizal. Now, let's move on to the hero of other nationalities. So, Dr. Jose Rizal was a well-traveled hero. He lived in Europe for 8 years and halos naikot niya na yung iba't ibang lugar sa mundo. During his travels, he had a conversations with different nationalities. So, hindi nahadlang kay Dr. Jose Rizal yung lengguwahe ng iba't ibang lahi because he knew 19 different languages. So, while he was in Europe, he attended different gatherings na kung saan pinupuntahan din ng mga matatalinong tao. Okay? So, he was able to write different literary works and ito rin yung naging dahilan kung bakit mas nakilala siya ng iba't ibang lahi sa buong mundo. And on his death, the people who had the opportunity to witness his brilliance gave him tributes for his greatness. So, nung dumating ang mga Americans dito sa Philippines, Jose Rizal was recognized and the Americans gave importance to his contributions about social reform. Okay. The reason why the Americans recognize Rizal and the reason kung bakit nila gusto si Rizal, it's because halos same sila ng belief. Okay? So the Americans use education as a method of pacification, and so with Rizal na kung saan education din yung kanyang way para ma-attain yung reform na gusto niya. The first American civil governor of the Philippines, William Howard Taft, Act number 137, which organized the politico-military district of Morong into the province of Rizal. So yung ginawang action ni President William Howard Taft is in line with their customs of naming important localities in memory of the greatness of a certain person. Okay? Dahil sa kanyang, it's either dahil sa may nagawang kabutihan at may nagawang malaking impact sa society and sa country. The naming of the district of Morong after Rizal was the first recognition of the Americans to our hero. So kay President William Howard Taft din nanggaling yung idea na kailangan magkaroon ng national hero ang isang bansa. So na-mention ko last previous lecture na walang law, walang executive order na nagsasabi kung sino ang official Philippine national hero, not even Rizal. Okay? So, namulat kasi tayo sa idea na kapag tinanong kung sino ang national hero ng Philippines, ang sinasagot natin ay si Dr. Jose Rizal. Although he is a Filipino hero, however, walang law na nagsasabi na he is the national hero of the Philippines. That is according to NCCA. So, na-mention ko na to sa previous discussion. If you want to watch that, I will put the link on the description box na lang. Okay? So, just to give you an overview kung bakit walang declared national hero ang Philippines, it's because merong 9 candidates or may 9 qualified candidates para maging national hero. Now, let's move on to the last one, the hero of the Filipino youth. The worth of a hero could not be known into different generations if the people could not have a clear understanding of the life, the writings, the struggles of that certain hero. Luckily, Dr. Jose Rizal left numerous documents about his life, about his writings, and yung mga letters na binigay niya sa mga taong malalapit sa kanya. Okay, so hindi na ganun kahirap na alamin yung kanyang buhay or yung kwento ng kanyang buhay. Okay? Because of his greatness as a Filipino hero, kaya tayo merong subject na Rizal. Okay, that is why Republic Act number 1425, commonly known as RIZAL LAW, was implemented in all schools, okay, in tertiary. So whether public or private schools, universities, and colleges are mandated to have this subject in their curriculum. Okay. So that ends our topic for today. I hope you have learned something. If you have any questions and clarifications, feel free to message me through my social media accounts. And by the way, actually, may mga nagawa na talaga akong video lecture about this subject, Rizal's Life and Works, na nagamit ko nung previous sem. However, I still decided to make a new one para sa inyo, for my new students, okay? But you are free to watch those video lectures. Nandun lang yan sa may playlist ko dito sa my channel ko. To my students, comment below your name, your course, and your section para ma-monitor ko ulit kung sino yung mga nanonood ng video lecture natin. Okay? So, thank you so much for watching and listening. Have a good day ahead, and God bless us all.